time to do some ranting. I don't know if this is going to be one of those why it's stupid videos, but I'm going to talk about why this is stupid. I watch a lot of survival shows. I made a video before talking about them, I think. Like Naked and Afraid and Alone. I also watched a lot of like professionals, like Dual Survival and like the solo guys. I can't remember their names. I can't remember people's names pretty good anymore, guys. But I think I talked before about Jake Nodar. He was on like a few different shows, on Alaska one, and he was on Naked and Afraid, and he was also on Full Metal Jousting. So I'm gonna talk about Naked and Afraid first. So there's a girl on the new season of Naked and Afraid XL. That's the one where they stay out for like 40 days instead of 21 days. Named Makani, and she was also on this MTV Stranded with $1 Million show, which was kind of a survival show, but like they kept having to take all their stuff and this big pile of money, like on these different trips, and every so often they would vote somebody off or something, and like they would vote people, or they would just make people like go to this thing where they would tempt them with a bunch of like food, and everybody else would get jealous and then piss people off and want to like get rid of them, and just it's a big drama show. That's all it was. But she was on that show. Now she's on this show, and she's also like super hot. She's like a vegan, so she makes everybody mad because she won't eat meat. And she's pretty much just doing it, I think, to like promote her own like social media, Instagram shit. And she's always like showing off her ass on Instagram. Even on the show, they had like a shot that if it hadn't been blurred, it would have been like a porno shot right up her cooter there. But she was in this group with this guy. What was it? This guy and this girl, I think's how it was. So this girl right here, her name's Kate, and she like was in this single episode or like the double one. But usually it's a guy and a girl for 21 days. She was on this one for Panama. I think that one might have been like a tribes episode or something. But it was like constantly raining, and there was all these mosquitoes and flies and bugs and stuff, and it was like itching her to death, and she just like freaked out and started screaming and going nuts. And then she was like going to this new show like, I'm not going to freak out like I did in Panama. Like, never do that again. And she's like, she did it again. Like, this new show's about banishing people. Like, if you piss off your teammates, they can banish you. She decides she's going to self-banish herself, which already is hilarious because she's doing all the work. And this hot chick and this other guy, he's like a customs agent or something. And they're just laying around, like, not doing anything. And she's doing all the work. But she's also, like, super retarded looking. I think she's actually a survival instructor, which makes it even worse. Because then she ends up going to another group after she leaves by herself, and she freaks out again because it starts raining and storming. She's like screaming, ah! She looks retarded. And then she leaves that place and finds another group. And then she's supposed to be like this big hunter, and she shoots like the deer, whatever they call them. And they can't find the deer. They find a blood trail, but she loses it. She's like, I'm tired of Africa. It's kicking me out. I quit. I'm going to have to leave the show. And, like, if your job is to be a survival instructor and you've quit 2 different survival shows, like, that's not a good advertisement for your career. She pretty much just shot herself in the foot. Like, if you want to get on the show and, like, promote your job and win the show, that's one thing. But, like, it's just like, where's a picture over here? See? She's got these big horse teeth that kind of come out like a Simpsons kind of overbite. She kind of looks like the crazy cat lady on The Simpsons. Because she gets all dirty and her hair is like going every which way. And they got those little shots. I can't find one where they're posing. It's like this one, but I can't find one for this season. It's like they're all posing, you know, with their weapons drawn and shit. She's standing there like her hair's all fucking messed up and her face is dirty and she's got those big horse teeth. And they have to blur their tits and ass and their dicks and whatever. It's like, you can't make somebody look badass if you're going to blur out their tits and stuff. This is one of my main problems with the show, is if you're going to make people go out naked, just give them a bra and like a thong or a loincloth or something. It's not going to make any difference. You're not going to like keep them from freezing to death or burning to death by giving them a bra and some panties or something so you can not have to blur all their tits and ass out, or just show it. If you're going to make the show about being naked, put it on HBO and then show everything. don't go half measures, is what I'm saying. So, I don't know. The show kind of pisses me off. Also, like, just these survival shows in general. The things they do, like, they'll spend hours fishing, and then they'll catch one fish, and they're like, oh, time to eat this one fish. Like, but they just started biting. You could catch a bunch of fish. You would just stay with it now after they started biting. But they quit. And they do stupid stuff. And it used to be, like, a lot harder, I think, because Naked and Afraid, you would have to pick one item. Like a knife, or a fire starter of some sort, or a pot. But now it's just like they all get that stuff. Because everybody was... It's like the letters on Wheel of Fortune. Everybody would pick RLSTN. Now you just get RLSTN. Fucking just start with those. It's like they just gave up on it. So, I mean, even though it's easier than it was, it's still not easy as Alone is. You think Alone would be way easier because every contestant gets 10 items. Plus clothes. Plus maybe some other stuff. I don't know. There's a lot of stuff you get on Alone. Where's that list I had earlier? It had like the 10 items. I think I lost it. But here's the Alone cast. I got this list of also people through the various seasons of who quit and why. And that's what makes the show good. It's not about survival as much as it's about watching people lose their shit over the dumbest things. Is this in reverse order? It is. So I'll go back to... This is the current season, people. Let's go back to season 1. Here we go. Let's go through the list of things that people quit. Because it started out like nobody really knew what they were doing. It's kind of like everything. Like, people get good at stuff. Like, it starts out they're really bad at survival. Later seasons, like season 3, they really kicked it up a notch. Everybody's staying out there for a long time. So, let's see here. Is this the right one? Carly Fairchild, is she in this group? Season 1? Nope, that's season 5 I'm on. Okay, it is in the right order. Season 1. First guy. Okay, this isn't about like staying out 21 days. This is about 40 days. It's like stay out as long as you can. It don't matter how long it is. We'll stay here for fucking months and film this TV show, right? They don't give a fuck. That's ballsy for a TV show because you got to put that thing out. What if they stay there for like 3 years? You just ain't got no show for 3 years. So, let's see. This is the right one? Yeah. Josh Chavez. Where's he at? This guy right here. First fucker to tap out. Guess how many days he survived? 1/2. 12 hours. For 500, I think it's 500,000. It's $1 million now, but it used to be 500,000, I think. Or maybe 50,000. He got scared because there were bears. They told him you're going to Alaska on this island. I think it's Kodiak Island is where they started out. That's where the Kodiak bears are. He's like, I gotta get here. There's bears. And then the next guy, Chris Weatherman, second guy to tap out, 2 days. Because he saw some wolves. Now, I'm sure some of these stories are a lot funnier than I'm going to make them up because I can't remember everything that happened, but some of them I can. 4 days, the next guy quit, this guy, because he lost his fire starter. The other guy, Wayne Russell, he quit that same day because he actually got attacked by a bear. I don't remember that. I don't think he got attacked. I think he just had bears near his tent and he called it out. 6 days, this guy quit over he drank some salt water and got sick. 8 days, other guy quit because of a storm. That's when like the real game begins. And then you got like a guy that lasted 39 days. He quit because he was coming at peace with himself. I think he was like homesick and he didn't want to make it sound like a pussy, so he was like, I'm coming at peace with myself. There's no reason for me to stay out here anymore. And then 43 days, Mitch Mitchell, this guy quit because, like, you know when you're going to these survival shows, you got your family, you know who the family is, you know what the situation is, you know, like, you're going to be out there for a long time. Everybody should have already had the talk that we're going to be out there. And, like, I don't have any of these encumbrances, like a close family that's going to miss me and shit. Or, like, kids. If you have kids, don't go to a survival TV show. Well, don't even think about it, dude. But this guy, he quit because his mother had cancer, and he realized that she was probably like on her deathbed, or I don't know if I don't think the TV show told him, because they're out there by themselves. They don't have any communications with anybody. That's the big difference between this show and Naked and Afraid. Naked and Afraid, right? You watch them, and they're not filming themselves. They have a camera crew out there. I don't know how many, 2 or 3 guys per group probably. The camera crew's all wearing clothes. You know, they probably got smartphones, and they're probably like, the people that are out there surviving are like watching them play like Angry Birds or whatever dumb video game it is on their phone when they're not doing anything, and they're like, hey, maybe can I play that here for a little bit? Or are they going to say no? Because if nobody's filming anything, they're just like out there waiting. Because they don't film every minute of it, I'm sure. Maybe they do in case something wild happens, but like, you know those hot chicks, like that one, the Makani girl, she's probably talked to them into like letting her use their phone and shit. It's probably not even like a fair contest. It's just like Twitch, right? Twitch has all these hot chicks that are all, they have these Twitch parties and they're all fucking all the people that are admins, and the girls can like get away with breaking terms of use, but everybody else has to follow the rules, or they get knocked down because they're not fucking the admins. It's so corrupt over there. It's hilarious. It's like a police station. But yeah, this guy, his mom had cancer, and he was feeling bad. He wanted to go visit her, and even though he was been out there 43 days, he's like top 3 contender. But you don't know if you're winning or not. That's the thing. They come and surprise you when you win with your family. They bring your family, your wife, or whatever, out there, and they say you won. So the next guy had 55 days, extreme weather and isolation, and the other guy won. That was this guy, Sam Larson. He was like catching mice on Paiute deadfall traps and shit. He was doing really good. Young guy. Who was the winner? This guy, Alan Kay. So that's season 1. Season 2. We'll scroll up here. Let's see if I can remember this show. Let's see. Where is he at? Desmond White. Black guy. 7 hours. He got scared of a bear. He's out of there. I'm here for alone. I'm here to like show everyone I've got what it takes. Oh, fuck, there's bears. I'm out. 7 hours. Let's get out of here. Why? There's only 10 people on the show. You're out in less than 8 hours? That's not even a work day, dude. Come on. That's what makes this show so good, is that it's hilarious. Like, people are such pussies. Like, listen to the rest of these reasons. Okay, one guy, 7 days he's out because he split his tendon with an axe. I think, yeah, she was like, there was a girl chopping wood and she hit her ankle. That's reasonable. This is the next one, 8 days. It says Rage Monster came out on Cub. Tracy Wilson. I don't remember that. Oh. Maybe he had like a bear cub around him and he was afraid it was going to get the mama bear or something. 21 days. Mike Lowe missed his wife. Oh, it's sad. 21 days. Also, Randy Champagne didn't like being alone. Oh, these look like mountain men too. They got beards and hats. I don't even have that. I'm more of a mountain man than they are. 35 days. Justin Vitito had nothing left to accomplish. Didn't you realize it's going like a contest? You're going to be out there to see who can survive the longest. It's not about you accomplishing anything. It's not about feeling like you had a good vacation. You're not on vacation. You're there to win and make money. What are you doing? Everybody's treating us like they're on vacation. That's what a lot of them do. They just want the free trip out there. 57 days. Nicole missed her kids. You knew you had kids when you started. The next guy fell off a kayak into the river. Of course, it was probably like really in the wintertime by that point, so it was like super cold, so that's reasonable. Next guy, hunger and mental breakdown, and then David McIntyre was the winner. He is this guy. Yeah, I remember that guy. Good dude. Season 3, let's look at this one. Jim Shields, 3 days, regretted leaving his family. Oh, it's so sad. Did you not know that you had a family when you started this? 8 days, cut arm with axe, medically evacuated. See, this one, this is the good season. This is when, like, 2 people are out in about a week. And then the next guy's 35 days. Missed his family. 51 days. Dan Wowak missed his family. That's this guy. Don't fucking start TV shows about survival if you miss your family. Maybe go away from your family for a week and see if you can hack it in a hotel room first. And then decide to get on a TV show or something. 51 days hypothermia. Okay, it's reasonable. 72 days Cali North. Where's she at? She felt like her journey was complete. It's not a journey. It's a contest. Next guy was Dave. He got systolic blood pressure was too low. They had to medically evacuate him. Next guy had a toothache and he missed his family. You're at 78 days and you give up because of a toothache and you miss your family? And then the other guy, Carly. Oh, that's a woman. Yeah, Carly's fucking dope. She got too skinny out there. They took her out and she didn't even want to leave. They made her leave. That's a woman right there. You should marry her. Anybody that knows Carly Fairchild, marry that woman. She's dope. Season 4. Let's get into it. This was the double episode. Everybody is like brothers or husband and wife teams. Let's see. The first day, the Richardson brothers medically evacuated. I think one of them hurt his leg. Because they have to find each other first. They have to, the one brother has to find the other brother. And 2 days wasn't mentally prepared, the Rebar father and son team. 5 days medical evac. And then you get the people that actually met the other teammate. The first 3 didn't even meet their teammate. They couldn't even find them. They lost before it even got started, dude. That's what makes this show so good. They tapped out day 8. Oh, this one doesn't explain why they tapped out. But the Baird brothers won that one. Then you got season 5 Redemption. That's the people that have lost before. They get a second chance at it. And Carly Fairchild was on that team. Let's see. She's the first one out, though. 5 days, medically evacuated fishhook got cut in her hand. And I guess she was ready to go and get infected or something. Now I kind of want to take back what I said about how awesome she was. I mean, I guess if you know you're in it for a long haul, it's going to get infected if you're out there for 2 months. So you might as well go ahead and pull yourself out. But this newest season, a guy fucking stepped in a hole. On day 2 or something. We'll get to it. 7 days no food the whole time for a week. I mean, Naked and Afraid, they go 21 days with maybe one meal. So you can go 30 days without eating, I think. Right? It's 3 minutes without air, 3 days without water, 3 weeks without food. So 21 days you can go without eating. He was only out there for 7. There's starving kids in Africa that do better than you, dude. 9 days MS attack. I don't know what that is. Medically evacuated. Oh, that's Nicole again. What was the other reason? Oh, Mr. Kids. Let's see. Jesse Bosdell, 24 days. Potential fecal impaction. Yeah, he had some kind of fucking shit problem in his ass, and he was going to try to get a fecal transplant. It's something with his poop, dude. It's gross. Brooke Whipple. Where's she at? This one. 28 days got lonely. Randy Champagne. They are not out for redemption. 35 days, wanted companionship and community. Dude, don't join a fucking show called Alone if you need to have companionship and community. Don't you realize what you're doing? Do you wake up in the morning and you not know where you are? What is you, huh? The other guy, 36 days, just felt right. This guy, that's the other dumbass. I just felt like I should leave. I don't need $500,000. Fuck it. The other ones, it doesn't say what the reason was, but at that point. Oh, this is the one Sam Larson won. He was the guy that younger guy that lost season 1. He won season 5. Deservedly so. He's a pro. He's kind of funny because he's a little bit of a fat guy, but then he lost a bunch of weight. But on Naked and Afraid, there was that one season where they were in that place. It's the Salt Flats of Bolivia, I think it was, or something like that. And there's a really fat dude, and there's this really kind of hot chick. And the fat dude's just laying around, ain't doing nothing. And the hot chick gets mad at him. He's like, man, ain't shit to eat around here, and it's hot as balls. He's just laying around. And then she ended up like wearing herself out, and she didn't have any calories, and she had to quit. And then he laid under like some shade, and made it the whole time. Like, didn't eat shit, didn't do shit. And he wins. It's hilarious. Like, that's what you're supposed to do. Everybody has these different strategies. Like, they get all mad. Like, you don't want to, like, make your little ramshackle hut look nice. Or your, what do you call it, the boma in Africa. You got to, like, add briars to the back or something. But, like, if it's been working for 2 weeks and the lions ain't getting through, maybe it's good enough. Maybe we shouldn't waste a bunch of calories making it look pretty. And they also like an alone. See, that's why I like alone a lot better than the like Naked and Afraid. You'll have like really hot places and stuff. I like seeing ones where they can actually kill animals and they can build things out of spruce trees. I only got the one spruce tree in the front of my house. You don't see a lot of spruce around here, or evergreens. There's different kind of trees up there. And there's way more wildlife and animals and stuff. And they get bored and they build like cards, dice, chess sets. They'll make musical instruments they can play and stuff, and they make up songs. Naked and Afraid, it's just like torture the whole time, and it's hot, and there's like, you'll see some funny ones every now and then. Like there's one with this Mormon guy and this girl. They got into a fight about something, and like scorpions attacked them, and then they ended up burning down their cave. It's hilarious. But these shows are fucking great. Not for learning survival, but for entertainment. Season 6, it's the same kind of a deal here. For the broken ankle, food poisoning, 19 days, nothing left to give. 32 days, missed his family. Medically, shelter fire. Oh, that was a good one. And then starvation, and then the winter. So, pretty much how it goes. So then this season, that's one we're on now, right? Yeah. I'm really into this chick right here, Callie Russell. She's hot. She knows what she's doing. This guy right here, Roland Welker. See, he's building it. They're all doing really good shelters this time because they have to last 100 days to win. If you don't go 100 days, you just don't win. I don't know what happens if if 2 people last over 100 days. I guess it just comes down to them. Or maybe they both win. I don't know. So the first guy, Sean Helton, I think he's from Tennessee, lost his fire starter. He was doing really good. He had all this fish. He had his shelter set up good. He was doing great. And then he just like, I can't find my... Oh, he just killed something too. I think he killed like some kind of an animal. And then he's bringing it back and he's like, he's going to cook it. And he's like, I can't find my fire starter. And he walks the trail from where the animal was. I'm pretty sure he left it like right there because he made a fire to keep the meat. Or did something like that. I don't know. He did something with the fire starter at the animal corpse. He must have like set it down somewhere and then forgot that it was there. But I think I could have found it. And he didn't really try that hard, I don't think. Anyway, he left. 10 days. The other guy, Corey Hawk, this guy, stepped in a damn hole, packing some wood or something back, and then it popped his knee out, and he got that water on the knee thing where you get like a cyst on your leg. And like, he called it in. Like, you don't have to call them even if you're hurt. They're not going to know because you're out there by yourself. You're filming yourself. You just got a satellite radio, and it takes them like an hour to get to you, even if you are hurt. So if you're getting attacked by bears, you better be able to hold them off for an hour or you're fucked. So that's a real survival show. Naked and Afraid, there's like 3 cast members out there that are all filming animals. They're going, like, they're at nighttime, they'll film animals like somewhere else, and then they'll cut it in. It's all edited to make everything look weird when they're having fights with each other and stuff. And then they have those diary cams. It's so gay. And you know there's people filming those. They're trying to get like, what are you feeling right now? What are you thinking about this? What do you think about what he said over there? And then let's film it. And then they're like filming these animals like attacking each other and growling and shit. So they'll like hear a noise, and then they'll cut in a piece of like an alligator going, "Rah!" And it's like not that alligator. It's just something they filmed like 2 or 3 days ago. And then you think, oh shit, that alligator right there is what they're afraid of, but it's not. But then there was this one scene where they're in the boma, and these 3 crocodiles came and almost busted through and got to them. And so you're like, holy shit, this is for real this time. So I don't know about some of that, man. It's pretty dope. But what was I saying? About how they have to film each other and shit. Yeah, so he didn't have to call in the medical evac on that cyst. He could have like sharpened his knife, put it in a fire, got it all blazing hot like Rambo, and poked that cyst and drained that shit out of there and just kind of muscled on through. But that was 12 days in. It's 100 days you gotta last. I don't know if you got infected or some shit. He'd be fucked. But for $1 million, I think I had to give it a shot. I think it had to be poking my leg. So Keith Sayers, this guy, he's from Kentucky, I think. Food poisoning, infection, medically evacuated. What was it he ate? Oh man, he ate something dumb. I can't remember. But like, I think he was just throwing up. Like if he would have just like gave it a while, he'd probably been fine. Like this new episode of Naked and Afraid that I just watched. They ate some aloe. Like the plant that you make aloe vera lotion on and stuff out of. It has like latex in it. They ate a bunch of that shit. Like maybe just eat a little bit of it and to see if you get sick, and then decide to eat a whole bunch of it. Like they just ate a whole bunch of it right from the start, and they got super sick. I think they're still fine though. They just had to like rest and drink a lot of water. This chick here, Keelan Marone, she's also pretty cool. Very good survivalist. Who else? One of them had like this fucking lake trout or something. It was like, I can't even show you on camera how big it was. It was massive. And the one guy, Roland Welker, see, he was like building this rock house out of giant squarish kind of boulders and like lifting tons of weight. And he's cutting these fucking giant trees down for the roof. He's making a goddamn dwarven fortress out there. And I'm like, well, you're wasting a shitload of calories. You ain't had nothing to eat yet, dude. That's like super risky. And then he ends up killing a damn muskox. So now he's got to like try to not lose all the meat because the bears are coming after this muskox and they're taking this food. But he's got like 3 or 4 days just to pack all the meat. He killed it like a mile from a shelter. So he's got to drag all that meat back. But he's got like so much food. He's probably going to win this thing. And then this one guy, I think it might have been Corey Hawk, or one of them, day 1 or something, they see a squirrel. They just pick up a rock, throw it at it, dead squirrel. Like, how the fuck are you guys doing this shit? You can't just, I did that one time when I was a little kid. There was a flying squirrel I killed with a rock like that. But how the fuck are y'all just killing shit by it? They just point an arrow at it and it's dead. Like, whatever it is, they never miss with those arrows. Naked and Afraid, they miss all the time. But on Alone, they're like sharpshooters or something. It seems a little suspect. Like, sometimes I wonder how real it is. But yeah, fucking thinking any of the shelters are like crazy big. This one chick, her shelter looks like shit, dude. It's like it's a tent. They all have a tarp, and then she puts some sticks up next to it in just like random places. See if this has got the item chart. Alone. 10 items allowed on Alone. You can have an axe, knife, multi-tool, ferro rod, metal pot, 300 yards of fishing line, and 25 hooks, a gill net. See, this show has me thinking I should start fishing with a gill net. And I looked into the rules about it, and there's like a 3-foot diameter limit on bait fishing with a dipping net, like a hand dipping net to get like minnows and stuff. I don't see any rules about a gill net though. I think it might be either overlooked or I don't know what. But then you can get a sleeping bag. What is that? Pemmican. What? You can just straight up take some food with you? 5 pounds of pemmican. 5 pounds of dried legumes and lentils. Tarp, canteen, bear canister. Duct tape. Yeah, they had like a list of like what everybody chooses. Like everybody picks a sleeping bag. And I think a tarp. Where's that chart at? No. Something like that, yeah. The ferro rod is really important because it's so hard to make fire in Alaska. Yeah, that's the thing about you're in a colder environment, so let everybody wear clothes. Plus, they're not trying to do it for like shock value, I guess. So it's a much better show, but people quit for the dumbest reasons. Like if you're not making it like one day on a show where you have clothes, and then people are making it 21 or 40 days on a show where you're completely butt naked, it says something about you. But also, they're alone, and the people are not afraid to have a whole camera crew watch them, so I don't know if that matters that much. There it is, right there. This is a different season than the one I was looking at, but yeah, like everybody took a saw in this season, except one guy. Everybody took a sleeping bag except one guy. Everybody took a ferro rod except one guy. Like he was going to try to make his own fire a different way. Wait, well, that don't make sense. He only took 3 things. That don't seem right. This guy took 2 pots. That's smart, I think. Oh, that's one of the things I liked about this hot chick. Who was I talking about? Callie Russell. Her spot, like you pick your spot kind of like a lottery. And some people have like really good fishing spots. Some people have more game spots. You don't know the advantages of your spot. You kind of got to figure it out for yourself. But her spot had a bunch of clay. So she digs it all up, takes it back, and starts making these pots out of it. So now she has all these extra containers nobody else has. You got to be smart like that and figure out what your advantages are. This guy Amos right here, he's like Cuban or Colombian or somewhere South American. And he's like got a lot of fishing going on. He's having a pretty easy time. But I don't know about him. I don't remember this guy. Oh, that's season 6 guy. Joel. What's Joel doing? Yeah, a lot of them are having pretty good luck fishing, but only the one guy has killed like a muskox or an animal. Several of them are called rabbits. And I kind of wonder if I could do some of that, like snaring a rabbit. I don't see that many rabbits around my house, but I kind of know where another one is. Or I could just actually go out in the grassy areas and find game trails where they go along, you know? Stick the circle. I don't have any good wire, though. You have to have some slippery, like, wire that they go through that and you get caught on it and you just kind of, they give up and die. I don't even know why they die from it. They're not like they're hung on a tree or anything. They can, I guess they don't starve in, like, one day. How do fucking trapped animals die? I don't even know. Maybe they just keep fighting until they choke themselves out or something? I don't know. Anyway, check it out. Check out Alone. Don't check out Naked and Afraid unless you want a good laugh. These shows, man. It's hilarious.